Hey, what is up guys, it's your boy Twa here. I just went to the dentist, so I decided to do a video with my mouth just sedated and everything. So if you hear something funny, make sure to just not pay attention to that. But we had another question coming from the Galgoria video, is can you get a physical team in there? And this actually took me some time to devise a team that is lower budget than something that I've already shown. Obviously I'm still running certain artifacts which are definitely not budget, but let's just get it popping and see what team I made. So the team that I made is, I would say, quite simple. So Laius is here simply for some mana battery and one thing that she does very well, and that is give magical defense if you do have her unique weapon. However, we don't have that, so could you put in a Fall of Frey instead? Could you put in a Yuno instead for more damage? Definitely. As for survivability and another heal, I actually take Kane with a nice perk. Now with the S3 onto the life form, you get 20 seconds onto the S3, which means a lot of defense, CC immunity, and since I didn't want to use a unique weapon or a soul weapon, the healing is actually worse than what it should be. So in all fairness, I believe this run could have gotten even way better. For some heal rate reduction, which is very important in this run, we got ourselves Requinas, and to add a little bit more damage, I went for a slightly different perk this time. As for one of the most stable components into heal rate reduction, we got ourselves Nyla. Now I don't have her TP95, otherwise I could have let her do a little bit more damage, but the S3 Dark is the one that is very useful. Heal rate reduction onto 40%, which is a lot. Now for one of my damage dealers, I picked Panzerone, and I tried doing my Cecilia first, but the S1 has healing rate reduction on Panzerone, which means that ultimately in contrast you do a little bit more damage. The only thing that we don't do right now is a lot of stunning. And because of the S4, I get a little bit more mana. It could be debated that Radiant Cannons is a little bit better, but for now this worked as well as it did. As for another damaging character, it is Galati. The reason why I picked this unique weapon, because you can get this one for free. If you hit Challenger on League of Victory for the first time, you can get this one for free. So I'm assuming at some point, if you end up spending some rubies, you will be able to get this as well within like a month or two. At least on the EU version. As for the perks, I just picked something that was highly recommended except for these two. I went with the Vital Detection because it upgrades the damage on all of the other characters as well. As for a tank, I made sure to once again pop the Solar Stone. I tried Philip before, got a nice amount of survivability, got some heal rate reduction out of it, but for some reason Lowen is just outperforming. Let's just get a run pop. Now with Kane on my previous Shea gear, he is able to get a nice amount of MP per second. However, the thing that I needed the most is the CC resistance, because there are times in auto when we get tail swiped, and if it is during the animation of S3 on the God form, we might end up getting cooked. So just to make sure that that doesn't happen, having that Shea gear is really great. Funny enough, I think my survivability on this run would have been way better if I had a unique weapon on a 0-star on Laius, because part of her attack will then be transferred to the defenses of the rest of the team. But as you can see, unfortunately, I don't have that luxury because I already have a 5-star and I am not willing for a video to make even more. I'm sorry. The stunning rate coming from this team is actually quite decent as well. The Nyla is doing whatever she needs to be doing. She doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and I have been debating who to pick her for if I would not take her, because everybody knows I don't like the chicken wings, not whatsoever. So I came up with another character that with a unique weapon would do amazing here, and that is Dark Lord Kexel. His unique weapon on procs has a heal rate reduction, which is really great. And if you would put Fall of Frey in here, which is very understandable if you don't want to have Laius or haven't gotten Laius, because guess what, she's not free, then Fall of Frey in combination with Dark Lord Kexel would ultimately work really well. And the lower investment, I do even think they could do more damage in combination with each other than Nyla is doing currently. Fall of Frey also has some healing rate reduction, but I don't like the way that she heals in a constant rate. And since Kane is currently not rocking a soul weapon, I did not find any way to complete it without getting killed like several times over. But as you guys can see, in terms of damage, this is out-rocking and outperforming the current magical team. Could this then still be changed up? Well, the changes that I said are already ones that I would devise. I like my Loman because he heals as well, gives out a lot of mana. Survivability on Lias is going to be a nasty thing, but I believe if you look at this, this is quite the solid and what I'd like to see, the most budget team. As always, guys, if you have any questions, make sure to drop it in the comments. If you found this one helpful, make sure to drop a like and sub. But for now, you know what the deal is. I'm out.